Hey guys, this is a story I wrote a while back, and I just wanted to read a little bit for you guys. This is going straight to my YouTube channel, and probably put it on other things too. Well, here we go. Uh, the screen is black just set for mood, so close your eyes and imagine the wonderfulness that is this story. For all my life, I didn't know what pain was until that day. I felt like nothing mattered to me anymore. I just didn't care. Every day was the same from that day on, and I always did the same things. I was too much of a coward to end my own life, even after what had happened every day. I live after that day. It's just another knife that is piercing through my heart. No matter what, though, my heart will never feel as much pain as it did that day. 3 months before that day, October 21st, I woke up in the middle of my small apartment complex, just like every other day. My alarm clock read 7:40 a.m. when I turned it off. Just like every other day, I would stare out my window just to see how filthy my room was. And just like every other day, I would wake up late and get ready for my classes, which started at 8 a.m. Every day I was late to class, and I really never tried to be on time for my classes. My teacher really stopped caring about my tardies and always left the door unlocked. I walked into class today about 40 minutes late, and the teacher said to me, "Well, isn't it nice of you to join us today, Mr. Evans?" I said nothing and walked to the back left corner of the room where my seat was and stared out the window. My name is Jacob Evans, and I would have to say that there wasn't anything special about my life, and that I lived a normal life. I wasn't aware that in the next few months that my life would change so much. I ended up falling asleep in class, and I woke up about 30 minutes after class is released for the day. I woke up from my chair and walked to the door when the teacher called me over and said, "Mr. Evans, I have noticed that there are only a few more months until graduation and your attendance is decreasing. You know, even if you are a senior, if you miss too many days of class, you will have to repeat. that I have seen many more crimes occurring in this park than anywhere else because it's farther away from the city. I saw the whole thing go down, and I didn't really get into situations that didn't apply to me. My thoughts were interrupted by the man yelling at me. "Hey, what are you staring at?" He pushed the old woman to the ground and tried to act more threatening. I walked past him and turned as he turned towards me and yelled, "Hey, I'm talking to you." I started to laugh a little, and I guess that put him over the top. Out of his anger, he pulled out a knife and charged at me. I just stood there and continued laughing until he was in range. He swung at me and missed as I jumped back. I continuously dodged his blows because they would only lead to a fatality. I stopped messing with him and turned on the offensive. I grabbed the hand that had the knife, twisted it, and I guess it was painful enough that he dropped the knife. I immediately unloaded a barrage of punches upon him. He pulled back and he started running away, and he completely forgot about the old woman and her purse. Not much of a fight, I said. At least stick around until the very end, I said, mocking the burglar. I walked towards the old woman and helped her up and handed her bag. "Thank you. God bless your soul," she said. I stopped her and told her, "I don't deserve your thanks. Here then, if you won't accept my thanks." The old woman reached into one of the pockets of her bag and pulled out a small necklace with a pendant on it. The necklace was very old, but looked very durable. The pendant had an angel holding a little glass ball. "This is called the angel's chain," she told me. "It is said that the little balls hold the spirit of a person. The ball will become black if a person's heart has no will to continue on. I don't care if you keep it or throw it away, but if you decide to keep it, cherish it." I had noticed that the ball was pitch black when she had given it to me. "Hey lady, why is it already black? Have you given up on life?" She stopped me to say, "No, I have just done everything I have to do in life." I stood there and stared as the old woman walked away. If I would have known that would be the last time I would talk to her, I would have thanked her for the necklace. I walked home from there, staring at the necklace. What the heck? I guess I'll keep it, I said as I put it on. I looked at the little glass ball, the angel hill. It was now a light gray color.